Welcome to Narangi Adventures for another Great Destinations episode. Today we find ourselves on the Welsh Borders, where we will visit Dolforwyn Castle. We came across the Kerry Ridge from Clon on the B4368 down to the A489, then took the B4368 again to Abermule. The road to Abermule is a little gem which takes us through open farmland to a wooded valley through which the River Mule, or should I say Avon Mule, which descends towards the River Severn. As we travel down the valley, the river tumbles past many fine buildings, including the 3-storey mill we just passed on our right hand side. As we enter Abermule, we turn right and then next left across the River Severn to the A483. Then we turn right and take the first left again for the castle. The castle car park is to the left at the side of the road. After parking, walk back along the road. The track to the castle is to the left. It's a fairly steep climb, but trust me, the views alone are worth it. As we approach the castle, the track to the left takes us on a journey around the circumference of the castle, which follows the ridge on a north-east alignment. The castle was constructed by Llewellyn Griffith, Prince of Gwynedd. His main landholdings lay in Gwynedd. In order to assert his claim to be the most important of the Welsh princes, he felt the need to exercise his authority in the strategic area which is the Severn Valley, giving as it does access to the heartlands of Wales. In 1257 he invaded the area so that by 1263 he had captured the districts known as Cedwain and Kerry. As a result of this, Henry III recognised Llewellyn as Prince of Wales under the terms of the Treaty of Montgomery, of 1267. In order to consolidate his newly conquered lands and to affirm his control, Llewellyn constructed the castle at Dolforwyn between 1273 and 1277 for a recorded cost of £174, 6 shillings and 8 pence. The castle was fairly primitive in its concept compared to some of the structures to be found elsewhere. A rectangular platform was hewn from the rock, some 240 feet by 90 feet, and the initial castle consisted of a rectangular keep at the southwest end of the platform and a circular tower at the opposite end. The two structures were subsequently connected by ramparts to make a rectangular shaped enclosure, with the D-shaped tower on the northern wall. The enclosed area was divided into two wards by a rock-cut ditch. A two-storey structure was built against the north wall. The main gateway into the castle was in the west wall, and a smaller entrance was sited in the south wall. Here we approach from the western end. This dry moat would have had a drawbridge which led to the main entrance and keep. Following the construction of the castle without the authorisation of the new English king Edward I, whose frontier post was at Montgomery Castle, tensions grew between them. In 1277, shortly after the castle had been completed, Roger Mortimer and Henry de Lacy, Earl of Lincoln, besieged it. It fell on the 8th of April 1277. Because the well had not been constructed, the occupants just ran out of water. Custody of the lands and castle were then given to Roger Mortimer. Following its fall, the castle design was modified by its new English overlords. The south gate was blocked, new buildings were set up in the courtyard, and a well was dug. Following the death of Roger Mortimer in 1282, the castle passed to his son Edmund Mortimer, then to his son Roger Mortimer, 1st Earl of March, who lost the family estates in 1322 after an act of treason. An inventory taken at the time lists the rooms, which included an armoury in the round tower, as well as domestic ranges with a pantry, buttery, kitchen, brewhouse, bakehouse, chapel, hall, a ladies' chamber and 2 ranges for the storage of grain. Dolforwyn appears to have been occupied until the reign of Richard II, 1377 to 99, but by 1381 it was already described as being in poor repair, and in 1398 it was described as being ruinous and worth nothing. It appears that after this date the castle was almost lost from memory and attracted very little interest. The ownership of the castle passed to the Earls of Paris and was subsequently bought by the grandfather of the antiquarian John Davies Catchbull Lloyd, who gave the site to the Welsh Ancients Monument Board, now Caddo, in 1955. Caddo arranged for the excavation of the site between 1981 and 2002, and the monument is now open to the public as we see it. The entire site of Dolforwyn Castle was archaeologically excavated in a joint project between the University of Leeds and the University of York. In the course of the excavations, more than 15 metres, 49 feet of debris and infill was removed to reach the castle's features. You are welcome to come and explore the castle and its surroundings for yourself. There are also local walks and paths for the more strenuous among us. Or just sit and take in the magnificent view, bringing a picnic, rest a while before the long walk back down to the car park. The monument is open for public access during daylight hours. And all this, it's free, no charge. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you've enjoyed this presentation. Maybe you might come and explore for yourself this piece of living history.